Hey everyone, I'm Jake, CEO of Clutch Computers. Every week we bring you the freshest in gaming news, hardware news, and custom builds. Let's dive in. We have a lot to unpack this week, from EA making a $55 billion power move, console prices are creeping up again, a builder caught himself with a lucky 5090 deal of the century, and Intel catching heat from Jim Keller himself. So grab a snack, maybe a crumble cookie if you're brave, and let's dive in. Both Sony and Microsoft decided that now was the best time to raise console prices. According to Reuters, Microsoft just bumped Xbox prices in the US again, citing tariffs and supply costs. Sony just followed suit by slapping another $50 onto their PS5s. Between this and a new Game Pass price hike, console gaming is starting to feel like a subscription to pain. But hey, you can always grab a PC off of ClutchComputers.com where performance doesn't come with hidden DLC fees. Battlefield 6 is officially EA's redemption arc. After years of getting outgunned by Call of Duty, early reports show over 521,000 peak concurrent players during beta, which is absolutely wild. EA is even going private in a $55 billion deal backed by Saudi investors. That's right, they're going dark just like the Call of Duty campaign, but with fewer QuickTime events.
Kids, guns, and balloons.
If Battlefield 6 delivers, this could be the comeback of the decade, as long as they remember to launch with working servers this time. According to PC Gamer, PC shipments are now up 9.4% year over year, which is pretty impressive. Most of that growth has came from Europe and Asia Pacific, while the US only saw about 1%. I guess the tariffs are hitting home harder than ever, but the takeaway, people are still buying PCs, whether it's for work, gaming, or mining Dogecoin, because it's totally making a comeback. If you're thinking of upgrading, you know where to go. We ship nationwide with performance that makes your PS5 blush. The Verge reports that console spending is up 32% year over year thanks to two things, tariffs and the Nintendo Switch 2. I mean, come on, Nintendo could release a toaster with Joy-Cons on it and people would still pre-order it. But hey, props to them, between the tariffs and hype, console sales are still hotter than the RTX 5090 under Furmark. This one's from Tom's Hardware, and it's hilarious or horrifying, depending on how you look at it. A Reddit user got quoted $11,000 in labor alone for a $4,000 PC build. This includes a $4,700 pre-project labor fee and a $4,000 cancellation fee. Now, I don't know what kind of screws they're tightening, but for $11,000, that PC better come with a butler that calls you Master Chief. Here at Clutch, our labor doesn't cost more than your GPU. We charge normal human prices. And we don't make you sign a prenup before we build your rig. Another Tom's Hardware gem. Someone managed to snag an RTX 5090 for $1,119, which is half of what other people have paid. Meanwhile, only 2 days earlier, someone managed to buy one for $1,399 and proudly posted about it, only to be immediately humbled.
Reality is often disappointing.
Acer's chief recently commented that NVIDIA's $5 billion investment into Intel could complicate global PC supply chains. He compared it to a 50-50 proposal that could take 50 years to realize. Translation? It's complicated, just like your relationship status with your cable management. Still, partnerships like this are shaping where GPU and CPUs will get made and how much we'll pay in 2026. Legendary chip designer Jim Keller, the brains behind AMD Zen, Apple A4, and now 10-store AI chips, told Tom's Hardware that Intel still has a lot of work to do. He said he'd consider Intel for production, but is currently in talks with TSMC, Rapidus, and Samsung for 2nm tech. When Jim Keller says that you've got a lot of work to do, that's basically engineering speak for bro, what are you doing? But hey, competition's good. More innovation, more chips, and eventually, cheaper parts for your next Clutch build. And now it's time for the build of the week. This week we've got a beautiful Y70 Panda build rocking an RTX 5090, Ryzen 9 9950 XTD, 64GB of DDR5, and beautiful Corsair fans. This thing doesn't just run Cyberpunk, it bullies Cyberpunk. If you want something like this, you know where to find us, ClutchComputers.com. Alright everyone, that is it for Clutch Weekly this week. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment your favorite story or how much you would spend on an $11,000 PC. I'll see you in the next one, and remember, play hard, stay clutch.